Oh, hi, Hammy. Hi. Come on. Come on. You guys are funny.
It has been a very rainy winter here in California, and working with horses hasn't been as consistent as it usually is, which I've also been okay with because I have been able to be forced to take that break that I so deeply have been needing. But the weather is starting to clear up, and I can start working horses consistently. That's the big word there, consistently again, regularly. Since Dwight is on a only being rode once a week schedule for his owner, it has been really great because it gives me an idea of how he does with time off. If you were to mount Dwight and accidentally rub your leg on his butt or touch it in any way, he used to take off bucking. So this improvement has been a huge relief because the last thing I wanted was for his owner to get on him and have Dwight take off bucking and ruin this guy's life. This is Arwen. If you go back and watch some of my older videos, you will see me picking her up. Those videos are from about 4 years ago. I brought her from Idaho. She's a horse that I trained in a Mustang makeover when I was 17, and we placed third place. And then she auctioned off to my cousin, and I didn't get her back until 5 years later. She is 11 years old now, and she has been a huge challenge. She holds things. She has PTSD, I swear, and she holds on to things and holds on to these memories. And so she has developed a hatred for being worked with or even being rode. And so I started really introducing positive reinforcement into our training to hopefully switch her mind frame to more positivity. And I feel like it has made a huge difference. She really seems to be enjoying being worked now. If you look at her face, you can tell that she is comfortable and relaxed, and that's huge for her. This is her first time ever being rode completely bridleless. And I'm just using clicker training and using my little target pipe. It's a really sad target stick for her to, I do the cues, and then when she does what I want, I reward her, and it really has just switched her mind frame, and it's doing exactly what I was hoping. I began introducing trotting, and I could tell she was uncomfortable with that. So even if she started trotting a little bit, I'd stop and reward, or I would reward her. And she quickly started wanting to trot more after that. And although I don't have it on video, towards the end of this ride, I was trotting her around most of the arena, which was a huge improvement compared to those few strides. We are at the end of the big rain for at least 10 days or more. And so I figured about now is when we should get a lot of spring cleaning started. Because of the rain, we've had so much mud, deep mud. We've had mud in places that it usually isn't, just because the ground has been so saturated. And here's Hammy and Opie. Opie, no! Opie! Okay. Go. Don't touch it! Hammy! My horse Charlie had a vet appointment the next day here. The trailer hadn't been used since October. The doors kind of were left open and it was rained on, so I had to clean it out so I could bring Charlie to the vet. These stalls got flooded during the big rains, and so they were just in deep, deep mud. So we were able to get them cleaned out, at least the best that I can, since it had dried out quite a bit. This stall still needed done, but I wasn't going to do it this day. It is vet day for Charlie. Charlie had been showing signs of kissing spine, and it had been on my mind, and I was worrying about it and stressing about it all the time. So we made the vet appointment to see if my guess was correct. So I knew I would either leave this day with good news or bad news. You would think that because I'm a horse trainer, my horses would load like pros, but teaching horses to load is one of my least favorite things to teach. So my horses, in fact, do not load like pros because I never take the time to work on it. It took him like 20 minutes. Okay, the diagnosis. He did have mild kissing spine. There was some remodeling in his spine, but none of his spine was touching, and it was only between about 4 vertebrae. So he doesn't usually spook, so I was really thrown off. So with that, we don't really know for sure if that is the exact cause of his back pain. But the biggest thing was his hocks. And so he was so stiff in his hocks, which means all the ligaments and muscle on the side of his back were super sore as well. So we did hock injections. Ideally, if the hock injections work, he should be able to go back to a normal riding career, especially since his kissing spine wasn't that severe. If not, we would have to try injecting his spine with steroids as well. So we are doing this for a month. We're giving him muscle relaxants and Butte, which is an anti-inflammatory, and hoping that he shows improvement so we don't have to inject his spine. I feel like it's not terrible news. My sister-in-law has a garden and it's gotten so overgrown. And so we decided that we'd move the pigs to the garden so that they could rip it all up for her. But they needed a shelter. So we had tons of pallets laying around and even plywood. And so I just built the shelter. I did end up putting tin on the roof as well because we had some leftover tin. I just never got a video of that. Charlie will be doing some rehab, starting with walking for a few days and then walk trot and then just build up to there. At around 3 to 4 weeks, I will start riding him. So we're just doing his just walking rehab, 5 minutes one way, 5 minutes the other way. I really am obsessed with this horse, so I am just crossing my fingers that all it takes is hock injections and that I'm able to continue a normal riding career with him. And excitingly, to end the month of March, I had a new training horse come in, a client horse. So the black horse is Coco, and so starting April with a bang, and you guys will be able to see his journey being started under saddle and probably his next few months as well.